For many people, this is going to be one of the greatest challenges that you ever face, and it could be one of the greatest tools that you can use for more peace, more balance, higher self-confidence, higher self-esteem, and the willingness to deal with those things inside our minds that we try to avoid, that we run from. David Essel here. Oh my Lord, being silent for 24 hours is one of the greatest gifts you can give. In the year 2000, I went and stayed at a monastery for a short period of time, and I was talking to several of the monks, and some of them were wearing a little badge of silence or a square piece of wood that said silent on it with a rope around their neck. And I spoke to the other monks about, taking the vow of silence, and they were telling me that there's all kinds of different ways. Some people do it for a week, a month, other people do it for a year. I remember interviewing Lama Surya Das, and he took 3 years of silence in a monastery. Oh my gosh, and he said it was one of the most difficult things he ever did. So I ended up doing this a number of years ago. And at first I loved it. The first 6-7 hours, oh my gosh, I was in heaven. I just loved it. And then all of a sudden I realized something. In silence, and that means there's no radio, no TV, there's no YouTube, there's no anything. In silence, every thought that you've covered up with alcohol or sugar to numb it out, or television or social media to numb it out, or spending to numb it out, or smoking to numb it out, or pot to numb it out, or news to numb it out. Everything that you have done to not deal or not feel the underlying emotions that are within all of us right now because the world is so crazy. Now all of a sudden you're going to feel them. And that's what shocked the heck out of me. Now, again, we're talking 20, 25 years ago. I forget when it was when I was challenged to do this, right? And I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. I thought it was going to be super easy. But after about 10 hours, what I found is that thoughts of anxiety I hadn't dealt with, thoughts of revenge even, or anger at people I hadn't thought about, started to come to the surface. Now, when I say started to come to the surface, these thoughts have been there the whole time. But there's so many ways we distract ourselves from dealing with reality. So one of the greatest benefits, if you look at it as a benefit like I do in the world of counseling, is if you're going to be silent for 24 hours, there's going to be stuff that comes up, and write it down. Like I feel insecure about X. I feel angry about my mom with this. I feel disappointed with my boss with that. I feel insecure about this. I didn't realize my weight bothered me this much. My gosh, in this 24 hours of silence, I think I ate more sugar than I have in a month. See, those would be normal reactions to the first time we do a 24 hours of silence, because we're not used to it, and the brain starts to bring all these things. Remember what I said, that's already there, but it comes to the surface. There's no distractions. It's incredible. Now, this is an opportunity to grow and heal. This is an opportunity to face those demons, those mountains that we think are mountains inside that we keep running away from. When you're silent, you can't run away from yourself. Isn't that wild? You can't run away to television, radio, music, the internet. There's nothing to run to. You're taking a vow of silence for 24 hours. I joined, I've always wanted to do the work of a monk. As I said, I was in a monastery, and now I'm taking courses and going deeper into this work. And what I want to become is a secular monk, which is someone who lives in this world. I don't necessarily want to yet be living in a monastery full time, but I do want to do a lot more of this. And we have a brand new book that came out yesterday, Lessen Your Burdens and Lift Your Spirits. And it's all this spiritual writing about how to move past these very difficult times. It's available at Amazon. But the silence, I think, is the key. And then what I did just recently is I took it from that 24 hours and I made it into a 30-day. And now I'm extending it past 30 days, where unless there's some emergency, I have to speak. I only speak during work. Obviously, this is a work day. I'm doing work right now. But once the work is over, there's no words that come out of my mouth. I find it absolutely fascinating. Now that I've done it for as long as I have, we're going to be going on, I think it's 17 days. The goal is over 30, is that I'm starting to see even more benefits. I'm starting to see a deeper sense of relaxation. And here's the other thing. I'm starting to see that those feelings of anxiety, when they come up, if I deal with them right away, the silence is beautiful, because the feeling of anxiety comes up and I just use a couple steps. I'm feeling anxious. Why? I haven't done this project. That's right. Let me write down, I'm going to start it tomorrow at 9 a.m. or I'm going to start it in 45 minutes. And now I'm going to go into 25 deep breaths or 100 deep breaths, or I'm going to do some breathing meditation or walking meditation. Let's get together. Let's utilize silence as a way to heal. Let's utilize silence as a way to heal ourselves. it can work. Listen, go to talkdavid.com if I can help you at all, make lifestyle changes. We have specials going on right now. Also, there's 4 free books there for free. Always going to have stuff for free at talkdavid.com. Go at YouTube, join the channel there. Buzzsprout, join the channel there. We've got a lot of information to share. I can't wait to do it again. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm David Essel.